Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Lazy Power Washers. I'm person A and this is person B. Say hello, person B.
You got it wrong. I'm person A. You're person B.
No, you're person B. I'm person A.
No. Today's episode, we're watching a bungalow.
Yeah, and we're talking about Vivian Madrano's cartoons, such as Hazbin Hotel and Helluva in particular. You know, she gets a lot of shit and I don't know why. Mainly because, main reason she gets shit from what I've heard is because she made some quote-unquote cringe drawings.
Queet.
It's like, so she drew a 7th grader getting fucked by a barrel of snakes when she was 13 years old. And I'm over here like, buddy, I drew Toad from Mario as a gigantic cock on a school lunch table. You tell me that's what we're getting mad at her for?
Like, that's basic kid shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, look, I don't know if I can...
It's a cat.
No,
No, it's a cat.
Hold on. Very long. Hey, you bastard. Damn.
Leave him alone.
Damn.
Leave him alone. Come on. Anyway, so which one you want to do first? Helluva Boss or Hazbin Hotel?
Let's do Hazbin Hotel first.
Gotcha. Since that one's 8 episodes, it's easier.
No.
So the first episode is literally just what you'd expect from the first episode. It's kind of reintroducing the characters, but I will say...
Oh shit, we lost Wi-Fi.
It's okay, this is a recording, this isn't a streaming. If it wasn't streaming, we'd be fucked. But anyways, I will say that the first... It kind of is banking on you watching the pilot already to know who most of these characters are. Because it doesn't really reintroduce them. You know?
Well, you kind of do get who they are, but it's just like based from like, oh, this person, you fucked up, or, you know, whatnot.
Yeah. Plus, you kind of have to know who they are beforehand, like, if you're watching the show for the first time without any context as to who these characters are, like, I'm sure you could probably pick it up, but it's like, okay, Charlie's the nice one, Vaggy's the mean one, Husk is Keith David, which is okay, because Keith David's fucking awesome. Angel Dust is a gay spider mafia person. Nifty is a masochistic maid. Alistair, he's a prick.
He's a strawberry pimp.
He's a strawberry pimp prick. Anyway, so first episode, really simple. Charlie's like, I want the people in heaven to believe in my redemption plan. And Vaggy's like, you're being a stupid bitch. And Charlie is like, I am not. I'm gonna sing to prove I'm not a stupid bitch. And she sings and everyone's like, you're a stupid bitch. And then once she gets to the place, guess what the angels do? Guess what Adam and Luke do? Just take a guess.
Tell her to fuck off.
And they call her a stupid bitch while offering her ribs that aren't even real. Fake ribs.
Well, I feel like, honestly, she could have done better for her presentation.
Yeah.
But also, she's a woman.
The fuck? That has nothing to do with anything.
See?
Oh my god.
If it was a man doing it, he could save all the demons.
Nah.
He would have done a better job.
Not really. You know, like, to be fair, I guess it's kind of characteristic that Adam is sexist, I guess. But, you know, it's whatever. Adam, let's go and talk about Adam. As a villain, he's fine. I don't think he's a great villain. I don't think he's the worst villain. He is fucking fine. And I don't mean fine as in, god damn, shoddy. So it literally just looks like your average white guy.
Like, he was the first ever dick to dick, you know?
Yeah.
So I can understand.
Let's get that conversation topic about the show over with. So do you think the show swears too much?
Me personally, I don't care. Like, I can understand that some people like more cussing than anything else. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm just gonna admit it. It's her show. She do what she wants.
Yeah.
So me personally, I don't care for it. But I know how like some people are like it's a bit much. It can be at times, but I just don't care enough for it.
Like, I think it's a bit much, but also I feel like people who are like, this show sucks because of its swearing, only to turn around and say this show's awesome because of its swearing, are like, what are you serious? But personally, I feel like sometimes it's just like it says a bad word just because it benefits it. Let's just say as many bad words as we can. And no, I know I sound like a fucking Christian mom right now saying that, but it's because swear words are powerful. They have power to them. But if you use them non-stop in any episode, it just kind of loses power.
You know what else bad word that has so much power?
What?
The N-word.
This was a fucking mistake.
Hey, you wanted to make a podcast today. So
I
here we are.
guess. So anyways, episode 1's fine. It introduces the characters, la-di-da, blah blah blah. What happened in episode 2? I kind of forgot. I don't think episode 2 was Serpentious. I think that was episode 3.
It's more or less like they're kind of like
Hang on.
going through the motions.
Let me actually just look up a summary of all the episodes before anything else.
Okay, so while you do that, when did you find out about the pilot?
Honestly, I think I found out as soon as that one storyboard of it came out. Like, where they were in the car, and it was like, great, now I'm pissed off. Does this place have any liquor? Was that racist or sexist? Whatever pisses you off more. Does this place not have any liquor? Like, when that first storyboard dropped is probably when I heard of it.
Yeah.
And I've been following it thick and thin for the longest time.
Funny enough, I think this was like beginning of high school. I was up late at night just watching videos and doing whatever. I forget what I was doing.
Nice.
But this was the same time where I found out about Atomic Heart. I was just scrolling through the internet and then I saw the pilot for it. I was like, or for the trailer for it. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty interesting. I like the concept, so I just kept following it. So I think, what was it, the third year of high school for us, or was it the second? I think it was the third.
Second, third, it doesn't really matter. One of the two.
It was the third, because this was before COVID.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was fun. I'm just trying to see the Hazbin Hotel episode summaries. It keeps taking me to Helluva Boss.
Just go on Amazon.
You know what? That's a really good idea.
Yeah, because it not only shows you this episode, it just shows you the description.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even really need the description. I just need the episode name so I could be like, okay, so that reminded me of everything that happened in that episode, you know?
Who's your favorite character?
Favorite character? Funnily enough, a lot of people were probably expecting me to say Husk because I fucking love Keith David, but disappointingly, it's not Husk. If there's one character... Honestly, that's a difficult one. But one character I could say that I do really like is Charlie, because she's basically a happy, happy, joy, joy cliche character. Basically, imagine if Joy from Inside Out was in hell. But it's not like they view her... It's not like they treat her as if she's perfect at everything she does, which was a major issue of mine for Wonder Woman, the movie. Great fucking awful movie, by the way.
Which one? The first?
Both of them. They both have the same problem, but the second one at least is more memorable in terms of how shitty it is.
Yeah.
Lest we forget that one scene that was all practical that still looks like a green screen.
I still think it's funny. That's still a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so episode 2, the V's. Vox, Velvet, and Valentino. Okay. Valentino's probably my favorite villain. And the thing is, I've seen a lot of controversy about, he's a sex offender, he's a sex abuse. And I'm over here like, well, yes, he is. He's a villain.
That's the main point.
Yeah, like if he was doing this stuff and they highlighted him as like, oh, he's a hero, he's a misunderstood hero, then it'd be different. But they're not. He's a dick. Anyway, so V's are introduced, and Alistair's. This is the episode where they go to the board meeting.
Plus, we get the song where Alistair starts singing in Vox.
Yeah, that fucker's back. Which I will say, that song. I don't know why I can't re-listen to any of his songs without just going ew. But I do like it. It's funny. I don't know why, because I like the songs. Literally, the only songs I don't like would be the first one, the first episode, and even then, it had to be the weakest song. You know.
Well, it's like, don't get me wrong. Like every single episode has its own song.
Yeah.
I like It's a Good Day or It's a Beautiful Day in Hell or whatever.
It's a happy day. It's a fucking happy day in hell.
It literally explains what Charlie is.
Yeah.
So it does the part well. Me personally, like, it's a good song, but it's not the first song I'll pick.
Fair enough. We'll get to the song tier list in a second. Though for that, I'm going to have to pull up the song list. So anyways, episode 2 is where Alistair has to walk. No, that's not episode 2. Give me a second.
It's literally, we start meeting the V's.
Yeah.
That's the second episode.
Yeah, okay, I remember the second song now. Okay. Because this isn't where they go to the boardroom meeting. It's just where we meet the V's, some stuff happens, and then the Sir Pinches is like, oh, hello, I'd like to go to your sexy hotel. That's what that episode is. And they're like, wow, you suck, you should kill yourself at the end. And Charlie's like, I don't want to kill you. And Vaggie...
It starts with sorry.
And then Vaggie and Angel Dust are like, fine by me. That's not clapping, that's beating the shit out of them. Make sure we're clear. They don't fuck in this show. Not yet, anyways.
They clap his cheeks.
Sure. And they test Angel Dust's patience, and it's a cliche of everyone thinks Angel Dust is crazy. And then guess what? Oh, Angel Dust was right, because you fucking idiots wouldn't listen to him. Pricks. Anyways, episode 3, they have to take... Alistair has to take the eggs out on a walk like they're dogs. I mean, to be fair, they are. Sorry, anytime I get scared, I do a mouth fuck. So they do a walk, and then Charlie... No, that's not this episode. They go on a walk and go to a boardroom meeting that lasts a while, and then Velvet, being the bitch that she is like, what are you doing? You should kill the bitches. And, Snake Dude, whatever the fuck his name. Not Sir Pinches, but the guy who's very old, like, doth thou have a towel?
Yeah, the Overlord.
Yeah, him. He's like, we need to take our time. And then Velvet's like, just shoot them with the guns, you bitch. And she's like, this meeting is over. Fine, fuck you. And then, right, and then for some reason, Carmilla and, Vaggie have a duet. And
That's later.
no, that's this episode. I swear it is.
No, the duet between Vaggie and Carmilla is literally at the end.
No, that's like where they duet together. I mean like duet where they just happen to be duetting.
Oh, it's because, like, they're trying to, like... I know Vaggie's, like, describing, like, what's going on, and she wants to protect Charlie and whatnot.
Yeah.
But also Camilla's, like, explaining why she killed an angel.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Which, I mean, okay. The title of this podcast is just going to be Helluva Hotel, Hazbin, Helluva, whatever, some stupid shit like that. If you're going into this not expecting spoilers.
Hotel Boss Helluva.
Hotel Boss Helluva. Perfect title name.
Helluva Hotel Boss, there you go.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, me like...
I really don't think episode 3 really... Like, it added to it, and it's necessary, but I don't really think it's...
Nah, it's just the fact that... I feel like the song kind of has no meaning to it. Like, she describes why she killed the angel. And she was, quote-unquote, protecting us, or, like, the demons, whatever. But she sells guns.
Yeah. I'm over here thinking, like, okay. Why? I'm trying to... Like, I know why. That she can't tell anyone else that she killed an angel. But my question is, why hasn't anyone tried to kill the angels?
Well, that's good question, but is also the answer later in this show.
Right. We're kind of just going through the motions of the episodes. Okay. Episode 4 might be my favorite because it's the hardest to get through. And I mean hardest as in, ew, it's cringe. I mean hardest as in, ouch, that fucking hurts. Where Angel struggles to juggle his work with his time in the hotel. And then Charlie decides, I'm going to stop in and tell Valentino what for. And, you know, this is a perfect example of why I like Charlie so much. Because she means well. What she does is for good, it's good intention, but she didn't think about it and how it really screwed over Angel Dust. Where in the next episode we see Angel Dust beaten the shit by Valentino.
And, like, forced to do a bunch of shoots.
Yeah. And then, Charlie's like, you can't talk that way. And then Angel's like, get the fuck out now! And it's like, yeah, I understand his anger. And then we get the song Poison, which is, it's a good song. It's also a fucking ouch song.
Yeah.
It's one of those songs that you see a bunch of people listening to and jamming to it. I'm like, yeah, this song's a bop, but, you didn't realize the implications, right? And you're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, never mind. It's kind of like that whole song situation with Pumped Up Kicks when they played it on the radio all the time.
Like, it's the most interesting part about a song. It's like, it can sound very happy and poppy, or perky, whatever, but it's actually, like, really fucked up.
Yeah. Now, then of course he goes back to the hotel. He's like, hey, Angel Dust, fuck you. And then, Huss is like, do you want a drink, you little... I know everything about you, you stand-up-ish bitch. And he was like, fuck this. And Charlie's like, what was that? And he was like, I offered him a drink. So Husk has to go talk to Angel Dust. And he's like, they tried to spike your drink. Angel Dust says, I know. You know? Yes, I know. And then it just gets all sad. He's like, I've been like you too. And then the song Loser Baby, which I literally cannot sing any of without getting copyright sent to hell.
But just know, it involves Keith David finally singing again.
Yeah. He does a lot of musical theater work, but you can't find a lot of it on YouTube. Unless I'm just not looking hard enough, but I swear to God, I'm not... Like, am I just looking in the wrong places? Because I can't find much of it on YouTube. I found a few live performances of his song from Princess and the Frog. Anyways, it's a good song, it has a good ending. Charlie cries and realizes her mistake. Good episode. Then episode 5 involves Lucifer and not Angel, Alistair getting in wacky antics. And it's fine. It does have a good emotional song in the end. It has a catchy song about Angel Dust claiming to be more like Charlie's dad. Which, by the way, I think we all know better than anyone that that's not what he's trying to do. He's not trying to be a father figure to Charlie to, you know, be a nice person. He's being a father figure to Charlie to piss off Lucifer.
Well then, you know, Lucifer, I don't know if they really painted it this way, but you can tell Lucifer kind of has, like, autism or whatever.
Yeah. Pretty obvious, and I say that as an autistic person myself. Yeah. In episode 6, they go to heaven. This episode kind of hits the second hardest. Because, of course, everyone already knew that Vaggie was an angel. I pretty much saw it coming when I first saw her design in the pilot. Which, by the way, that was a nice nod in episode 6 when they showed the pilot costumes and how they met. So really, I think people are getting mad about us, like, oh, the twist, no way, she's an angel, no way. That wasn't what the show was trying to get us for. It's like, yeah, we knew she was an angel, but it was whenever Charlie found out she was an angel that we were dreading about.
I don't know, I just like the fact that later in the episodes, Carmela was like, you have an X on your eye, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's episode 7. And of course, episode 7, we meet, it's literally called Hello Rosie, because we meet Rosie, who's the best character. She's literally a mother to, Charlie, but not in the way that Alistair's doing it despite her dad. Also, did you see Charlie's hooves? They're so cute.
Yeah.
Her little fucking hoovies. Her little fucking...
Oh no, it's just the fact that Alistair's not trying to be a dad figure. He's just doing it just because he's trying to make a deal.
He has, like, that's the thing. it's not unconditional, it's absolutely conditional. Whereas with Rosie, you can tell she's doing it out of the kindness of her heart. God, I love her. She's so Maxine. Like, she's doing it out of the sweetness of her heart, but Alistair, he's definitely hiding something. We don't know what that something is. And of course, we're like, oh, thank God we're free because he died in episode 8. No, he didn't. Anyways, so that's what happens in episode 7. Vaggie and Carmilla have a duet, which I actually like. I actually liked this duet. And I'm guessing that that's what it was foreshadowing with the other duet earlier. But this one, I actually really liked it. It was very well executed. Looks nice. That's one thing I gotta give credit for. The animation in most of the show is great. There are a few instances where it gives me a fucking headache. But other than that, it's a really nice looking show. Anyways, that's episode 7. In episode 8, they get ready for the war. Oh, right. Should probably explain that in episode 7. In episode 7, they get ready for the war. Vaggie gets angelic weapons from Carmilla. And Charlie gets carnivores to help from Rosie.
Cannibals.
Cannibals.
There you go.
I don't know why. You know, I do know why I get them confused. Because they're both C's. You know what else is a C word?
Cunt.
Ooh. Brother, ooh.
But now you're kind of bouncing around.
I'm trying not to. You want to take over? Because I feel like you'd do better at it.
Okay.
Want to switch? Give me the control. Give me the control.
Okay.
Let's look at the episode titles and remember. Try to remember what happened during the 9/11 event, Donnie.
Okay, so obviously the pilot is actually introducing everyone and what's going on practically. Angel, she's trying to make a hotel that rehabilitates sinners
You
so
said
they
Angel,
can.
but it's Charlie.
No, it's not Charlie.
No, you said Angel. I swear to God, you can look back at this point and see it's Angel.
Whatever. You get what I mean. She's trying to rehabilitate sinners so they can go to heaven. So not only it would bring down the population, but also stop the cleansing, as they call it. The first episode is right after the pilot, and they're just going through the motions and trying to figure out shit and whatnot. Charlie goes to a meeting with angels.
Shit, I didn't think you'd be going from the start to the end.
Fuck it, we're deep diving it.
Sure.
After that, we meet Adam, first human, obviously, and then Adam's bodyguard or lieutenant or whatever.
Yeah.
Second season, then we meet the V's, which is Valentino, Vox, and whatever the other bitch name.
Second episode, not second season.
Second, yeah.
You said second season.
Okay.
Get your head out of your ass. You gotta lock in, because this is ridiculous. Don't you agree? I promise I'm not mad. If anyone knows... Hang on.
Shut the
Please,
fuck up
just hang
and
on.
let me talk.
Just hang on. I need
Shut
to...
the
Just,
fuck
please,
up.
just... No, come on. It's Glimbo's Gold. That's why Hazbin Hotel sucks me. It's because Glimbo's Gold is hood. Okay, now we can talk.
Thank you. Second episode, V's. We get the introduction. We obviously get the song that involves Fox and Alistair. All that. Third episode.
I just want to insert something real quick.
What?
For episode 3, we just get a little hint of what, whatever Valentino's up to, but we don't exactly... It's still kind of shrouded in mystery, because we're just like, oh, he's just a fucking annoying asshole manager to Angel Dust. Alright, now, as you were.
Third episode. Charlie told Vaggie, hey, you can help out too by giving exercises and whatnot. So Vaggie takes it as a form of, drill sergeant mode.
That's actually episode 2, believe it or not.
Is it?
Yeah, that's episode 2 where they talk about the V's, and yeah.
I thought it was the third one. Regardless. Fuck am I trying?
Buckle up, buttercups, because today you boys become men.
Yeah. But, obviously we have the meeting between the Overlords, which involves the V's, but...
Yeah, that's in the 3rd episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know, I'm just saying, in case anyone gets confused in the podcast,
No,
I didn't mean
get
to devalue your opinion.
No, I get you. So the meeting happens, practically, the representative of the V's, the chick, she's like, hey, here's an angel head. Someone killed him. So this means we can kill him. We got to.
So it's the game of Among Us, right?
No.
Yeah, you're right. It's nothing like that. Great game.
It's just practically like, we can actually do this. We should take this opportunity to fuck them.
Clue did it better, by the way, because Clue had Tim Curry. This one doesn't have Tim Curry, so it kind of sucks.
Which Clue? The board game or the TV? Or
The movie. The movie with Tim Curry.
No, Tim Curry was playing a butler.
Tim Curry was still in the movie.
No.
He was one of the main characters.
No, he was butler.
He was a main character in the movie, The Clue. Come on, don't be...
The Clue, it's Clue.
Clue, it doesn't matter. It's a movie. With Tim Curry, he plays the butler.
I don't believe you.
What do you mean you don't? It's in the movie.
I just don't believe you.
Are we gonna... Look, I'm not gonna pause this fucking podcast so we can watch the entirety of Clue. Just so I can be like, look, see, I told you. Tim Curry's in the fucking movie.
I'm just gaslighting you.
Yeah, you see, I knew it. You can't gaslight me. I'm trans and autistic and silly and stupid and black. What does everyone on Fortnite think I'm black, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay, enough tangents. I'm sorry. I get excited.
But the meeting happens, and you know, obviously they have their little song bit, and then after the meeting, I forget her name.
Carmilla? Like, just describe her and I can tell you what her name is.
I think it's Carmilla.
Is she the one with the ballerina shoes?
Yeah.
And she has 2 daughters?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carmilla.
After the meeting, Carmilla and the other Overlord talk about why she did it. Like, she killed the angels because she was protecting her daughters and whatnot.
Zestral. That's his name. Zestral.
Zestral.
I like him. He's very cool. He's like a support. They also, almost in the official, where they talk about the show, like, here's what you get to know about this show. They describe Zestral as a father figure.
You can definitely father me.
Yeah.
But,
so what, you call him Papa John? Or as I know, you really call him Daddy?
Yeah.
As you were.
But yeah, like at this point, like we're just getting kind of into the thick of it. Like we're getting kind of all the players in the quote-unquote game of what's gonna happen. The 4th episode. This is the Angel Dust / Husker episode.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it might... Hang on. I just need to get my... what looks like a butt plug so I can stick it in my ear.
But
I think the 4th episode might be one of my personal favorites.
Well, it's one of the hardest to watch because the subject, especially the subject matter that they talk about, because obviously, like, Angel Dust is in contract with Valentino. She does. Angel Dust, he or she?
I really don't think it matters. He, she,
It.
they, them.
Fucking it. But no, Angel Dust is like in contract with Valentino, so therefore Valentino kind of like has a proverbial leash on Angel. And obviously it's not a healthy relationship, and the workplace is not that good either.
But that ain't exactly the main concern.
But Charlie tries to like help out Angel and is like, hey, I know you gotta go to work, but why don't you stay here and do exercises with us so we can get better? And Angel's like, nah, I gotta work, dog. I'll see y'all later. And so Angel goes to the workplace, tells Valentino, hey, as Princess of Hell, please, can you, like, take it easy on her? Valentino obviously is, like, takes offense to that because, you know, he's an asshole.
But he pretends like he does it to Charlie. He's like, hey, Angel Dust, let's go, can I ask you a question in private real quick?
Then proceeds to beat the shit out of Angel, which is just...
It's really a hard-hitting scene.
No, it's because people can, like, relate to that a lot. That's why I guess people would say it's one of the hardest episodes, and like some people would or not like it, which is understandable.
Yeah. I will say though, personally, as a survivor of multiple instances, I think it was handled really well. Many people, anyone saying that it was handled like a joke, I think are incorrect and very wrong. It was handled very seriously.
Yeah, like I can't give you my 2 cents on it because like I went through my own shit, but I didn't go through something like that.
But still, it made you feel. It made you feel uncomfortable and sickened at the sight of Valentino, right?
Yeah, it literally does the job of making you understand. It's kind of making you sicken on what's happening. It's like, holy shit, yeah, this is for real.
Yep.
But after that, we get the good song Poison. And, like, listening to the song beforehand, like, it's a good song.
Yeah.
But now getting the context of what's happening during the song, it hits harder.
It's a hard song to listen to once you know the context.
And then it makes you understand, like, oh man, you just gotta feel bad for Angel. Like, this shit sucks.
Yep.
And then Angel, after, I think, the 12-hour, like, work section, Angel Dust finally gets back to the hotel and is, like, all tired and shit. And then asks Husk to, like, give him a drink. And Husker kind of, like, joking to, like, oh, yeah, you going through some shit, huh? Obviously, it pisses off Angel Dust, so Angel Dust kind of, like, blows up on everyone. And then leaves.
Angel Dust is my favorite character, by the way.
Yeah. I like all of them, but my personal favorites are Angel Dust, Husker, and Alistair.
That's a fair choice.
I also like the eggs a lot. They're funny.
The eggs are a good comedic relief. I just hope they don't become the next fucking Minions.
God, I hope not. But it's I enjoy it.
Vivian Madrano tier list in 20 years. She made 2 good shows. And then afterwards, the eggs took over.
God.
Can't wait for Eggs 2, Rise of Serpentius. It actually is a good prequel to the show because that's when he meets the Goyles?
The eggs?
The oiled? The oigs? I can't... Whatever. I
It's
didn't
just eggs. It's just eggs.
God.
But yeah, after like kind of hijinks continues, like we finally get the bit where Angel Dust was almost drugged by a bunch of sharks, and Husker kind of like saves Angel, and then they're like, "Oh, why the fuck you do that?" Yeah, I knew they were drugged.
Which honestly hit me harder than I would have liked to because, you know, of course by logic people are like, if they know it's drugged, they're just not going to drink it. But the thing is, Angel Dust, well, they're an attention whore. They don't want to be alone. Even though the people that they are with is the worst people, they'd rather be with the worst people in the world than being alone. Which I think might be, I think I might just be talking a bit personal. I'm sorry. Shit, I didn't mean to.
No, it's the fact that, especially if people go through a situation like that, it's either they want to hide away from it or forget about it. So that's why Angel Dust kind of goes really deep and hard on the drugs and alcohol and shit.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Husk, I really like him a lot because he's a good companion to Angel Dust. I don't know, it might be romantic, it might not, I just think it's chill either way. But I will say this, he's like Gambit.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Gambit from X-Men, and I respect that. Mainly with his god magic. Where are you going?
I gotta pee.
Do you want me to pause it?
No.
Like, I could pause the record?
No.
Okay, what am I supposed to say?
Say something fun.
Okay, so 3 naked guys walk into a bar. The bartender's like, "What are you doing here? You can't be naked." And then the other guy's like, "Yeah, fuck you. I do what I want." Yeah.
This is a weird Three Stooge episode.
Are you sure that we're the one that are naked boys? It kind of looks like you're the one without the clothes on. It's a weird Three Stooges episode where they take drugs and they think they're the ones who are fully clothed, but they're the ones that are fucking naked.
Pick one finger. takes one, slaps with cock.
Ah!
But no, like I said, it's hard for people to like continue going on, especially with that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people kind of resort to
Drugs and alcohol.
that and like ending the proverbial road, you know,
Yeah.
because we can't say the word because, you know, YouTube.
Our holy Christian site, YouTube.
Our evil overlords, I mean, good people that we call friends.
Yeah. I'm happy that YouTube isn't the place where you can easily manipulate copyright and make up total bullshit to make money off of someone else's hard-worked video.
What? No.
Hey, good job on that 2-hour video. Unfortunately, these 2 songs are from a video game that I don't even own the rights to. But I'm gonna tell YouTube that I do so I can make hundreds off your video. Sorry. Them's the ghouls, bitch.
But no, and obviously, like after the hijinks, we get the best song out there.
Mm-hmm.
Or like me personally, I love this song because it just means a lot.
It really helped me to open up who I am.
And the song is "Loser Baby."
Yeah, it literally is. You're a loser, and that's okay.
Doesn't mean you're alone.
Yeah. Plus, you could be a winner and a depressed piece of shit, kind of like I have no esports examples. I mean, I guess I could make fun of, you know, everyone getting mad at Doja Cat for saying this bundle's kind of cringe.
I still think that's funny.
I do too. Everyone's wanting her whole career to be over. Everyone is saying, if I ever see you in Fortnite again, I'm gonna rip your goddamn head off. And it's like, she didn't like a bundle. Calm down. Calm down, partner.
Calm down, gamer.
Calm down, gamer. Anyways, but yeah, like, it's okay to be a loser. I'm a loser, honey, a schmoozer, and a dummy. Anyways, I can't sing more of a song before YouTube.
Fucks your ass.
By the way, you know what YouTube is? You know the character in episode 6, the angel overlord, like, we do what we must because we have to. That's YouTube. We have to kill all of our content creators because it's what it said in the Bible.
You step on toes and you find out.
After the story of Moses, if you look carefully in the fine print, you see the YouTube video says a bad word. Kill them. Kill them. Hey, one of your popular content creators kind of doxed another content creator. We don't know what you're talking about. Okay, that's enough tangents on YouTube. I swear to God, we could do a whole episode about it.
Where's the little screen thing? Give me your phone. I need to describe.
I need to call my mom. Give me your phone. There you go.
Okay.
Don't look at my dozens of gigabytes of bestiality porn.
Dad's best dad.
This episode is fine. It has Mimsy in it who adds nothing to it. I don't hate her, but I don't love her. I'm glad she exists, but I'm also glad she fucked off.
I liked the episode because personally, like, I need to stop saying personally, but regardless, it's the fact that we finally meet Lucifer after so many times we see pictures of Lucifer, and
also don't apologize for being personal. You can be personal to me. You can take your shirt off. You can take off your pants, take off your trousers, stroke your dick in my mouth, whatever you want.
fuck you.
Oh! Oh!
Damn!
Oh!
It was so close.
Sorry, we don't have any ice cream products. Oh!
No, he doesn't even do that. It's
Oh!
just
Anyways, yeah, Lucifer. I love Lucifer.
he's just you could tell he's just sad.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just trying his best, but you know it's real cute.
He's literally a small king. He's like, what if Lord Farquaad was actually a badass? Plus, he plays the violin.
The fiddle.
Well, do you mean the fiddle that he took from the devil that went down to Georgia because he was looking for a soul to steal?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I still find that weird that that's what they used in the Futurama bundle in Fortnite. The golden fiddle that was referencing a song. I mean, I'm not complaining. Sorry. Fuck. I hate having ADHD. I hate having autism. Even though they're superpowers, they're super cringe.
How do you feel about the song?
Which one? Because I think they're both really good. The dad song is really good, and it also gives us mystery like, is Alistair actually wanting to be a father to Charlie, or is he being a lying dick? Spoiler alert, he's being a lying dick.
Well, he just likes making deals, so therefore, yeah.
Plus, there's a bit of a character going on with Alistair, because of course, honestly, I kind of think it's kind of like Omni-Man. Not as good as Omni-Man, in my opinion, but it's basically where it's like, he's set in his ways and he's wanting to do all this terrible shit, but his ways are slowly but surely changing as he's over here like...
No, it's because, obviously, like, at first you can tell he doesn't care. He's just trying to benefit himself.
He kind of values Charlie near the... Yeah, kind of actually values Charlie's companionship, though.
Well, he did say it in the song that he sings towards the end of the show, where he's like, I almost killed myself for my friends.
Yeah. She even calls me dad, which, of course, is obviously, like, trying to piss off Lucifer, but also kind of feels a bit, like, genuine, you know?
No. But, like, it's just sweet. Like, you can tell, like, obviously there's, you know, Charlie has daddy issues, which is funny that Husker points out when he was, like, describing everyone.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's trying his best.
Yeah, you gotta expect it. Plus, we see Husk getting abused by Alistair.
Which is...
hurt.
Yeah. Because we also get the storyline of Alistair is not really up to snuff on, like, his powers and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's because someone is holding his leash.
Yep. And who knows about it? Husk. And who can't say anything about it? Husk. Because if he does, Alistair will kill him. Or worse. Anyways, yeah, good ass episode. Episode 6, Welcome to Heaven. We meet a fucking twink at the pearly gate. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't see your name.
What was your first initial thought on Heaven?
I mean, you know, look, honestly, as much as it looked exactly how I thought Heaven would look in this universe. Like, they didn't do any... I'm not saying that as a good thing or a bad thing. It's fine. It's literally what I would imagine Heaven would look like here. I will say that I did like the angel designs. Like, in terms of Emily and her mother. Especially when they're, like, get all angelic with all their eyes and shit. I thought that was really cool.
Honestly, it's literally just Hell, but just more cleaner and nicer looking.
Yeah, I don't know. Hell is really just Los Angeles. We'll get to that when we get to Helluva Boss.
Honestly, it's a really good episode. Plus, it thickens the plot for the fact that
Angel Dust is slowly but surely finally turning on Valentino.
Well, that and the fact that Charlie meets another person in Heaven that's kind of like her, and then they start connecting and all that, so they get closer, and then the fact that like nobody in Heaven knows about the cleansing, and then they start singing about it and talking about it, and then the Seraphim, she's like, oh no, this is not happening, yeah, fuck off. That's when she tells Adam, like, hey, like, keep it on the wraps and kind of fuck them up.
Nice.
So Adam's like, hey, fuckers, we're gonna cut it short.
Now piss off,
No.
as he sent them straight back to hell.
Also, we see my most favorite character, Tom motherfucking Trench.
Hey, I'm sorry it didn't appear more times in this episode.
I don't care. I want more. Season 2, more.
Season 2, he'll get his time to shine. He'll save the world.
Exactly.
Bye bye.
What's the next episode?
Oh yeah, and also they find out Vaggy's an angel, and he's like, "Oh, I'll see you fuckers in 1 week," and then fucking shits them back to hell.
Shits them back to hell. Sends them back to hell, not shits them.
Here's something I have to give credit for. As juvenile as the humor can be sometimes, they didn't do a single fart joke, which is actually fucking impressive. Because every adult cartoon, even the good ones, have to have like fucking at least 30 of them in an episode. So congratulations on not making a character shit themselves, Vivian. Episode 7, Hello Rosie. This is where Vaggy and they're like, "So you're an angel, huh?" He's like, "Yeah." Well, and it's like, "How come when Charlie tries to make things better, things just get worse?" He's like, "Well, she's trying." And then what happens? Alistair and then Charlie.
Well, also like during the whole like Overlord's meeting for like teas and crumpet and shit, just to talk about shit. Alistair sends one of the egg boys to kind of like spy on them.
In episode 3.
Yeah. So.
Our bad, G.
No, I kind of not talked about that till now. No, egg boy listens that Carmela killed an angel and that, you know, she doesn't want war. So the egg boy explained that to Alistair, and Alistair's like, very interesting. Yes, I'll keep that close to hand.
Keep that a secret, you little shit.
And so, Charlie was like, I need to know if we can kill them. And Alistair's like, yeah, shake my hand. Go on.
Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand?
Shake my hand, dog.
Fucking Shrek 4 style toes gripping the cart.
Come on, sign it.
Sign it, damn it!
And then after making a deal, Charlie starts making up a plan.
Oh yeah, quick pause. But I liked in episode 3 when the egg told Serpentius, and he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, good night. Go get some sleep, you goddamn goober."
I fucking love that part, especially later on in the show.
Yeah.
But after Alistair tells Charlie, they try to like rally people together to like defend the hotel and fight the angels.
Vaggy is tasked to go into Carmilla.
Yeah.
And Charlie's going with Alistair to meet someone who is probably one of the best characters in the show.
So
she's so Maxine.
We'll talk about that here in a second. But now, like, you know how like some movies they kind of split the main characters to make them kind of reflect on their choices and whatnot. They kind of do this in Cusco's New Groove.
Cusco.
But you know how they do that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a trope nowadays, and it's kind of overplayed, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
With this, it makes sense, and they do it actually well. Because, yeah, they kind of learn their lesson and kind of grow from it, but it's kind of like two, I guess, parent figures kind of helping out.
Yeah.
So when they actually do talk, it works out.
Yep. It's just a very sweet conclusion.
Yeah. But they talk to Rosie. She's the leader of the cannibals, which in hell, you know, there's this own like town or city or whatever.
I do like how they have relationship problems in this show. In Helluva Boss, they didn't, except for that one episode. The fucking awful one we'll get to when we get to that. Anyways, as you will.
You know, Rosie tries to like, hey, if you want to convince these people to fight for you, you're gonna have to give like a good speech.
And you're gonna have to convince that bitch in the back.
Honestly, I fucking love that part where she kept tackling Charlie and she's like, "Fuck you, you prude!"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay, let's take a 5-minute break."
Huh. Yeah, that was pretty good. Ugh. Then the last episode of season 1. They basically get ready for war and have their last drink and their last toast.
Oh yeah, and we're forgetting, we met Cherry Bomb.
Oh yeah, we met Cherry Bomb in episode 6. She's a girl that means well, and she's definitely had her trauma. I know this because of various stuff I've seen in various other Vivian projects, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, she's definitely a party animal, and even though I love her, she is a terrible influence on Angel Dust.
Well, she cares about Angel Dust, but she's doing it her own special way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's one of those things which I like that. I like it when a character's like, their heart's in the right place, and they mean nothing but well intentions, but they just they don't do it the right way because they think they're doing it because they know the person personally, but they don't know that sometimes that's not what they need. Now, in episode 8, they get ready for their fight. They all have their battle gear on, and it's a pretty good fight. It's a pretty good ending scene. Alistair gets his ass kicked by Adam. He's like, "Yes, this is just the end of this broadcast." And everyone got happy because it's like, finally, that fucker's dead.
Well, it's the fact that it was kind of getting broadcast to everywhere, and then like Fox was kept like, "Oh yeah, this is better than sex." You know, getting his rocks off from seeing Alistair getting like fucked up.
Yeah, he was harder than a rock.
Which is just funny.
Yeah.
But you know, like they're doing their best. Obviously, like Adam kind of fucks things up. You know, first Angel and all that bullshit.
And then who comes in? Daddy Lucifer.
And then he hits with the best line. "I'm here to fuck you."
It's fuck you up. What'd I say? Yeah. Plus, again, probably my second favorite character. It's not what your first wife said, not the second one either.
I fucking love how he talks shit. It's like, yeah, I fucked your wife. Yeah. What about it?
And then, of course, in the surprising move of Charlie, where he actually stopped Lucifer from killing Adam. And Adam's like, no, that's not how this ends. You are all stupid fucking losers.
And he gets shanks in the ass by
Nifty.
by Nifty.
Let's not forget that Nifty did it, okay? I mean, everyone else probably weakened him a bit, but Nifty stabbed him like 30 times.
I'm missing 2 posts. I don't... What?
I'm missing my nutch.
I
miss my nutch. Anyways, so yeah. And then they sing, "We could do this. We could fix it."
You're forgetting one important part.
Which part is that?
Serpentius. He dies.
Yeah, all because Adam did a little fucking poof.
Purple grass infinity gauntlet.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's where the episode ends-ish. We still have the, we have the finale song where it's basically a good callback to the first song of the show, except it's them rebuilding the hotel. And we also see Alistair have an ego problem. And guess what? He's not dead. Fucking idiot.
Well then, and after all that, Serpentius survived, and he actually got ascended to heaven because, you know, sacrificing oneself.
Yeah, and it was a really solid end for him. It sucks because I wish he got to live for second season, but yeah.
He's still alive.
He's still alive, but
he's just in heaven now.
Plus, I'm curious how we're gonna go about that, because I wonder if we're gonna let him keep his memories, if we're gonna take him away, because there's a lot of theories about that shit.
Let's go!
Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Anyway, so that's Hazbin Hotel.
I forgot to put these on.
Honestly, it's one of those shows that I've never had any interest in rewatching, and I'm hoping that after I talk about it, and because you know I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping that after I talk about it this time, I could just rewatch it and just actually enjoy it again, because I really do like the show. It's not perfect, and I don't think it's I don't think it's a 9 out of 10. I think it's barely an 8. Like, I'd say 7.9 out of 10. Because, well, its heart is in the right place. And again, I can't exactly be too judgmental on the show since it's just its first season. Of course, if the first season is awesome, then it gets bonus points. But if it just sets up what it needs to, then it's fine.
Dirt bike time.
Jesus. Anyways, what do you got to say about Hazbin?
I genuinely enjoyed the actual show.
Yeah.
Like, what's it called? And Helluva Boss. We'll talk about that here in a second. But no, it's like Helluva Boss. It kind of the best way I can describe it is they kind of go, especially in the first season, they kind of try to give out so many plot points all at once, so it kind of like jumble up everything. But with Hazbin Hotel, it's more one storyline. Like, hey, this is happening. We're gonna focus on this.
Yeah.
Which, for any show, obviously you gotta have hooks to kind of drag in people to get them interested.
Of course.
Which is not necessarily an issue. But it's the fact that you're kind of adding a bit too much at a time. That's my personal take. But, overall, I like how it's going. I can't wait for the second season.
I do hope in the second season they're able to make the episodes longer, because that's like the one complaint that I genuinely have with it, that I feel like is a major problem in the show, is that the episodes were just not long enough when they needed more time.
But then again, for how much time they had, they made the most of it.
Yeah, they didn't make the best of it, so I do respect that. Again, like I said, it's not a low-effort show at all. You can tell that so much love and care was put into this.
Plus, I genuinely I love the fact that they were trying to find either support from someone or support from the community to continue making the show, and they got into Amazon in 8/24.
Yeah. All right. So what's next on the topics list? I think we both know what it is.
Helluva Boss, Boss of Hella.
Helluva Boss of Hella, looking around.
How you doing, fella?
How you doing, fellas?
Yeah.
But I guess we'll just do the same thing we did with Hazbin and go down episode by episode. So first off, a quick summary as to what Helluva Boss is.
Clean as an egg. You are a legend.
What the fuck does that mean, clean as an egg?
What the fuck do I know?
Anyways, fuck. Right, Helluva Boss. Well, just first off, what the show is at its basic core.
First initial thoughts
of what?
The show when we first saw the pilot.
I thought it was interesting, and I was like, you know what, this will be a neat little substitute while Hazbin Hotel comes out first, because it definitely will, and it won't be Helluva Boss first before Hazbin Hotel. That'd be wacky. No, but I do think it's funny how that happened.
You little bastard. Fucking kill yourself.
Anyways, I thought the animation was nice. I liked the characters. And that's really all I have to say about that.
Honestly, I love the fact that they got the voice actor for Vader Zim, Brandon Rogers, to join in, which is just funny.
Yeah.
And then, obviously they get other people to join in to voice act.
Yeah.
But above all, I like the pilot because it obviously, introduces our main characters, and we get the, what they're going to be doing. So, it's just, oh yeah, I forgot about these little feet. But, mystery hatch with alien gnome. But, alien. I squish the alien. But no, for the pilot, it's obviously a good start for the show because obviously it has the hook and it gets you interested.
Now let's go into the show. The first episode is what you would expect every episode to be. Well, it's basically 4 demon dick, 3, right, Luna, because she doesn't go there. So it's basically 3 imps who are like, we go to kill this human to make money, and Luna's like, I don't wanna, and Blitz is like, it's okay, you don't have to, my little baby Goyle. And Moxie's like, your hellhound's a bitch. And he's like, No, she is not! So the first episode, Miss Mayberry comes in, and I'm just gonna say it, she was wronged by that stupid fucking man who cheated on her. I probably would have done the same thing if I didn't care about legal system. But
she's hot.
Exactly, she is. Plus, I just feel sympathy. She's like one of the. I think she might genuinely be the only customer who comes in like, hey, I need this person killed. But I actually am like, you know what? Yeah, I actually 100% am on her side on this. Like, I will say it's a bit psychotic that she killed the people and didn't even think about the computer, but her heart was in the right place. And she gets sent to hell for it, which just ain't right.
Also, I'm gonna say this first. I fucking love the ding that they give for this game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think it's funny how we start off with like, oh, it's a very cute like classroom and it's all innocent and whatnot, and then catch. If the kids didn't say, hey, let's voice call your husband to tell him that you love him.
Yeah.
This wouldn't happen. But the fact that it did, and then like one of the students was like, "Miss, are you okay?" and fucking grabs the shit out of him and toss him. Nice. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And the episode itself is fine. It just happens. Moxie fucks up Blitz's shot, and he's like, "You little
peasant."
Plus, this is where we learn how to
base.
How to base. This is where we learn about Stools. That's his name, Stools. Okay, I'll just call him Stolas then. Calm down.
That's right.
And
say the name.
Anyway, so Stolas, we meet them and we meet their introduction.
I like Stolas.
I do too. Honestly, one issue I have with the show is that I feel more bad for every character that was wronged by Blitz than I do for Blitz himself. But that's overall talk. We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yo!
In episode 2, they go to Lululand. And many people say this is the best episode from the first season, and I can see why. It's a really good one, and it's really emotional. It shows how Stolas actually likes Blitz, though, but Blitz really is just...
Well, nah, it's the fact that we meet Stolas' kid.
Yeah.
And, like, with everything going on, Stolas is messed around with Blitz. So, you know, there's that storyline. But no, it's the fact that she doesn't... She's confused, like, with... Especially, like, if the father figure or the mom cheats on the other person for another person, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
So you can understand where she's coming from. But we also get one of the best songs to come out of the show, which is a very emotional song.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it hits. But they go to Lululand to kind of, like, as Stolas says, you know, kind of recapture what was to make her feel better. But it doesn't work. But towards the end of the episode, like, she had asked him, like, you're gonna leave mom for him and not take me with you? And, you know, Stolas obviously, like, cares.
Yeah.
So, you know, just not trying to leave her, you know.
Of course.
So I'm not saying that I'm not giving an excuse for Blitz, but you can obviously tell, like, Blitz cares, but it's just, yeah, obviously past kind of fucks it up.
Yeah. We'll just say he's misguided.
Well, then nobody kind of helped him throughout his path, and so therefore, yeah.
Yeah. Episode 3, we meet Blitz's ex, which is Roscoe Mayday, and this is where a theme I start to notice what the show is I like everyone who Blitzo wronged more than Blitzo himself. Because, like, every time you hear about the stuff that Blitz did to these other people, it's like, yeah, no, I'd fucking kill him too. Spending all my credit card money on shitty horse riding lessons, you little piece of shit. Like, I feel like we need more of a reason to dislike Verosika.
Yo, let's go. Clean.
Anyways, episode. I think I'm just gonna let you talk about the episodes because I genuinely like have nothing to say about them.
Oh, like this. The third episode, it's practically spring break, so Blitz and the gang tries to like get a lot of contracts done. So they're like, "Hey, we'll do these jobs for lower, so you know, come on by."
We're better than Verosika Mayday, so we can get our parking spots back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then that happens.
I like Verosika. Like, she's cool.
I do too. That's the thing. Again, I pretty much... The only character I could safely say I dislike, mainly because I'm kind of supposed to because they're a villain, would be Stryker. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Dinosaur.
Diner. But,
I don't know what
I like Verosika Mayday. And, Luna is cute in this episode. However, of course, Luna lashes out at her dad, and here's where a flaw with the show comes in handy. Where we just, after this happens, they just pretend like it never happened.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like, I see a bunch of people saying that it's supposed to be that way because blank, and I'm over here like, are you sure? Because I don't really think that's what it is.
I don't know, like, it's good to have a show that kind of, like, resets itself every episode, but then again, you know, obviously, like...
Plus, the issue is, it wasn't forgive and forget, it was just straight up forget.
Well, no, it's more like, sometimes shows have, like, if you affect something, obviously it's gonna affect someone, and then it's gonna stick with them for a bit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like cause and effect.
Also, Moxie gets fucked over in the entire show, which makes me annoyed because he's my favorite character. But I see a bunch of bad stuff happen to him, and I get very angry and think it should be Blitz instead.
Yeah, well, he's the proverbial punching bag.
Unfairly, may I say.
Well, yeah. Sometimes shows do that. So, you know, obviously you feel bad for the character, but someone's gotta take the punches.
And I think it should be Blitz instead.
I get you. But
anyways, episode 3, it happens. Episode 4 is one of those it just fucking happens episodes.
Yeah, it's a filler, kinda.
Yeah. So these cherubs try to do this thing, and
No, it's because some guy, like, wants to die, and so Blitz and the gang kinda like, hey, yeah, you should kill yourself.
Yeah. Pull the trigger.
But, you know, the cherubs are like, no, you should live, and, you know, whatnot. And, like, obviously hijinks ensues, and we get some of the greatest parts in the show. Especially, like, GIFs for it, or GIFs.
Yeah.
However you call it.
Whatever. The movie pictures, the pictures that move.
Also, I do like the fact that, what's it called? During the show, obviously, like, there's fight scenes and whatnot, but the animation for the fight scenes is actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes it takes a whole lot of time and effort, but it's worth it.
Yeah. And the fight scenes are fine.
Anything else you want to talk about besides that?
No.
Next episode?
Yeah, I mean, unless you have anything you want to add. Because I got nothing. That's literally the episode I have the least to fucking say about.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Plus, Busy Pops shows up.
Yeah, as a cameo.
Yeah, it's the deer that says, yeah, no, no.
Yeah. And to be fair, sure, Blitz fucked him over, but they kind of deserved it. Well, except they were kind of doing the same thing that IMP was doing, but the opposite.
Yeah, like, it's literally like they're just trying to do their job.
Yeah, what a wacky fucking situation. Anyways, episode 5 is the Harvest Moon Festival. It's one of my personal favorites because it introduces Stryker, which I think is a pretty good villain. And what else? Oh yeah, Millie's family, and they don't like Moxie because Moxie's a nerd. Oh no.
He's a soft boy with softer hands.
Yeah.
Plus, we meet Sally Mae.
Yeah, who is pretty damn cool. Yeah, Stryker wants to kill Stolas, and Blitz finds out. He's like, "Excuse me, what the fuck are you doing?"
Well, no, Moxie finds out first.
Well, Moxie finds out first, but Blitz, like his instinct. Well, Moxie does find out first, but he gets kidnapped by Stryker as he goes, "No shit, isn't that kind of the point?" And then kidnaps him, locks him in the basement that they just have for some fucking reason. As well as that bear trap that Millie gets her foot caught on, which they have just in case there's any hell bears, right?
Well, you also forget, this is, like, it's... Raft Ring is practically the countryside, so...
Redneck territory.
No, it's just...
Fucking,
it's just country.
I call it redneck.
But no, like, especially, like, houses in the Midwest, they'll have basements. So, you know, yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, and then they stop Stryker, about to shoot him. Luna's like, "Oh yeah, what'd you need?" And Stryker goes his little as he fucking jumps out the windows like, "Maybe you'll catch me next time, shits." Bitch. And then that episode happened.
I'm gonna admit, like, I do like the cowboy trope if you can do it well. And, you know, obviously, for the first introduction of Stryker, it actually does well.
I agree. What else?
You know, obviously, Stolas gets saved.
Mm-hmm.
Rejoice. The day is... Also, we get the twist of who sent the killer to kill Stolas. It was
Stella. Oh no.
That bitch.
Oh no. Let's see. So yeah, that happens in episode 6. It's many people's favorite, but personally, I don't give a shit. It happens. They hallucinate a bunch of stuff that doesn't fucking happen, and it's fine. And then they have a good fight scene at the end. Backpack Millie's always nice. It's fine. It's fucking fine. All right.
No, you're okay. You're forgetting. You're just kind of going through it.
Yeah.
But what's it called? The IMP gang, you know, tries to do a mission, but Stolas and not Stolas, Blitz and Moxie gets kidnapped by a fucking Men in Black group. They're investigating like demons and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I can see why most people like this episode, because not only it has great action scenes and, you know, comedy, but it starts breaking down the trauma and kind of making people open up more. So, like, obviously after this episode, yeah, you know, Blitz is kind of still an asshole to Mox, but he's not as bad as the start of the season.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, he's starting to kind of line up.
Yeah, we had some off-screen character development.
Oh yeah.
My favorite.
Plus, I like the fact that Moxie has more opera-esque
Yeah.
Plus, we finally get the joke of Moxie getting pegged, like, confirmed.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Blitz, like, especially during this episode, like, it gives you the perspective, like, Blitz feels bad. Like, he tears himself up about it. Like, yeah, he still acts like an asshole, but he regrets kind of fucking people over. Like, yeah, he does it out of free will, but he doesn't mean he does not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty good.
oh yeah.
Episode. Actually, yeah, we still on episode 6, or do you want to go to the next one?
No, we can go on to the next one.
Alright, episode 7. Moxie wants to take Millie on their big anniversary, and she's like, Aussies? No way. That place is always booked. And he's like, yeah, well, I made reservations.
Are you trying to go for raspy Dracula?
No, that's what he sounds like. He's like, yeah, I made a reservation. It does sound like Dracula, god damn it. We made reservations. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so that happens, and Blitz is like, oh, I get to come with too, and he's like, no. Okay, see you at Aussies. Again, Blitzo.
Well,
he's dick.
He just likes being a part of them just because. And then, so he gets Stolas like, hey, we're going to go on a date. Okay.
Gets Stolas hyped up even though that's not what he really wants because he's a fucking dick.
Also,
he's a dick.
Out of Helluva Boss, my favorite characters, Moxie, Stolas, and I'll say Asmodeus and Fizz.
I agree, but we do meet them in this episode, but I don't really think they're fully realized to be, like, great characters until they're given their time to shine.
But not like,
That's kind of an issue for the show, but I actually want to say, is that there's a lot of things that we don't know, that I feel like we need to know about Blitz before we can actually sympathize with them. You know what I mean?
No, I get you, and obviously they're not going to spill the beans.
Well, I'm not asking them to, like, spill the whole thing, but, like, you can leave it up in mystery a bit, but when it's up to this... Like, we're over halfway into Season 2. And,
No, Season 1.
Well, no, like, in terms of stuff that came out already.
No, I get what you mean, but not, like, it's just the fact that they're trying to... At the first season, obviously, like I said, they're trying to make different storylines and kind of events come out. With the second season, obviously, they're diving more into, like, breaking down what's going on and kind of diving into more character depth.
Yeah.
But no, we get tidbits, like, obviously, with the 6th episode?
Yeah.
With the hallucination?
Yeah.
Like, we get a taste of that, and obviously, and with this episode, we get more of it, especially the next episode after this one. But, you know, obviously, it takes a bit of time, I guess, for character development.
I guess it's just in episode 6. It's like, why do you hurt people? He's like, I don't know. And he scratches his fucking golden feathers off of his face that wraps around him.
Well, like, sometimes people just don't have a reason for doing the stuff they do. It's just, they do it.
I guess. I mean, there was this one time that I pissed in my neighbor's face.
Yeah, why'd you do it?
I don't know.
Exactly. My point proven.
I actually do have a good reason. They looked thirsty. So, Blitz, why'd you piss in your neighbor's face? I need something to nom nom. Like, I realized I haven't eaten lunch.
Oh, someone hungry?
Yeah, obviously. Shit.
Fuck you.
Well, that's the last time I gave you anything nice.
So
You're eating acid gravy for lunch.
So while Willow's gone, I'm gonna describe to you what I believe in. Pimps and hoes.
No.
The story of pimping 101. Sometimes you gotta smack your your hose.
Shut the fuck up.
Pans over to me with gardening equipment. Just
Jesus
backhanding them.
Yeah, I love Cat in the Hat too.
But yeah, it's like it takes time, and then they're starting to kind of push towards like, hey, we're gonna truly kind of deep dive into all of this.
Yeah. Anyways, episode 6. Musical. They have a musical bit where it's like, okay, Moxie, with the unoriginal last name. He does not sound like that at all.
What's next? He's gonna push up his glasses. Actually, yeah, you're not supposed to be singing that type of song.
You're not very Sigma. Get the fuck out.
But yeah, like, Moxie sings the I Love You song to Millie. It's very sweet, and then Asmodeus and Fizz kind of interrupt, like, hey, all that lovey-dovey shit, out of the door.
We don't roll with that, dog. And of course, Veronica Mayday is there. And I've seen some people say that it's just why she's there for no reason. I'm like, motherfucker, she works for Asmodeus. What are you talking about? She has the Asmodean crystal that lets her go to Earth and shit.
Well,
that's her job. She fucks people. I fuck people. I'll fuck you.
Well, she's also like famous, so she's gonna go to parts that are famous.
I'm famous too. I got 2 whole followers on Twitter, dog.
Okay, Elon Musk, calm down. But not like, it's a really good introduction, especially for Asmodeus, which is the overlord of lust or whatever.
If the fear from the bust, from the head to the lust, you've met Asmodeus.
And then we meet the actual Fizzaroli, which is really cool.
I will say, I think it's kind of dumb where it's like you meet the Robo-Fizz and then you meet the real Fizz. To be fair, it's set up, but it's also like, it'd be like if we met Metal Sonic before real Sonic. Anyways, so that happens, they sing, Blitz is there, and everyone's like, it's that fucking cocksucker Blitz!
No,
shit, there's a nail in my slide. You want some?
No. But no, they point out Stolas. That's who they see first. And they're like, holy shit, is that Stolas with an imp? How
embarrassing!
How scandalous.
Are
y'all two together? And then Stolas is like, yeah, well, we kind of are. But, you know, Stolas is obviously like quiet about it.
Yeah.
And then Blitz is like, nah, we're not. No, please, no. And then Stolas is like, what? We're not? And Blitz is like, no, we are, but like, no.
And you see, that's why I fucking hate Blitz. He's a cunt! He eats his own toenails like I am right now.
Oh, he eats his own young?
What is this, fucking Mario Brothers?
No, I was referring to Shrek 2.
I was referring to Mario Brothers and Yoshi's Island where you can fucking eat the babies. That doesn't happen, by the way. That's total BS. Anyways, yeah, that happens, and then Moxie gets to finish her song. I love you, I love you, I love. I just sound like the character from Monsters Inc. Oh, wasn't that sweet? Get the fuck out!
Get out of here, dog.
Yeah. And then Stolas and Blitz is like, we can cuddle, and he's like, shut the fuck up. I know what you want. You just want the money. Well, I'm not in the mood. So get your feathery ass inside that house and drink your sorrows away, you fucking loser. And then he goes home, sees a picture of his mom, and goes,
There you go. Smile the face.
No! Yeah, so that... And then you think we'd go to episode 8, but no.
We gotta get into some controversy. Well, not necessarily controversy, but it's just...
Funny haha. So the second episode... Not second. It's a 2-parter. That's what the finale was. It was a 2-parter. So episode 8 was supposed to come out a few months afterwards. And it was fully finished, but never released because they had a popular person on it. Keep it a mystery for now, you know? They had a popular person on, and there was a whole copyright debacle, and there was like we decided that we won't show episode 8 until, if we ever get to.
Yeah.
And then one day they finally got to, because, they did. So we're just going to be talking about episode 8 as if it came out after episode 7, alright?
Which, me, like, especially after the whole debacle, so after this whole situation, they continued, like, with season 2.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it got fucking 4 episodes in before they finally got to release episode 8 of season 1.
Yeah. But I was like, as the best way I can describe it, if the episode did come out on time, it would do especially the first season much better, especially how it ended things. Because after episode 7, Blitz was kind of like all torn up, and then we kind of see him on the couch kind of like crying his sorrows away.
Like, really, it really left a lot of stuff unanswered.
Yeah.
It was like, when Vivian said we really don't need episode 8, it's more of a bonus episode, and then we got season 2 episodes, I was like, I couldn't help but not believe her. Because there was a lot of stuff that was like, okay, so now all of a sudden, Luna and Blitz don't hate each other? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So anyways, episode 8, Luna's about to go to a party, but that bitch needs a ride. No, she's at a party. Hang on.
She wanted to go to a party.
Because,
Because,
Vertex.
yeah.
Which, by the way, Vertex has a girlfriend. Her girlfriend's fucking Kesha.
I think it's funny.
I do too.
But she's also Beelzebub, which is...
Beelzebub. Thunderfer. Lucifer. That's how the meme goes, I think. Anyways. Yeah, it's Beelzebub. And, of course, you got people like, she's not fat. She should be, because she's the fucking honeybee. She's gluttony. And I'm over here like, you guys would be complaining for the same reason if she was fat. Like, oh, she's fat. Of course she is. Again, with people on Twitter, you cannot fucking win. She's fat. Of course you made her fat because she's gluttony, you fat sis. Of course you made her skinny, you fat sis. It's like, what the fuck do you want?
I don't know, it's like the whole situation for, like, God of War Ragnarok, how they showed off Thor and his design, and people were like, why is he fat? Why is he not, like, look like Chris Hemsworth from the Thor movies? And like, everyone's like, shut the fuck up. Like, actual mythology, gamer. Thor's actually fat.
Man, let's not talk mythology. God damn it. Chapter 5, Season 2, Fortnite was fucking awful. Oh my god, bullshit.
We'll talk to that.
Right, hell of a boss. Before anything else, let's go back to Hazbin and realize that there's a fucking Hazbin emote in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny. It's unofficial, but it's kind of official. It's unofficially official. I think there should be an official collaboration.
I think eventually maybe, but not. It's really cool that the fact that they see the show kind of like it is one of those shows that affect a lot of people.
Yeah. And
you know, obviously it gets a good amount of hype and whatnot. But I just like the fact that they got Black Griff to, especially like his music.
Yeah.
To be in it.
I will say, I'm just impressed by how little copyright BS they had to deal with that. Because, you know, it's a fan song. And I'm not saying Vivian would have an issue with it. I'm saying Amazon Prime. Because, you know.
Well, no. This was made before.
The song was made before, yeah.
Well, that and Black Griff, like, made the song. So he practically owns the...
Still, you gotta understand that some companies can't be dicks.
No, I get you, especially towards like music and whatnot. But
Amazon isn't the worst because that goes to Disney. Anyways, back on topic. Helluva Boss, episode 8. I actually really liked it. Luna was at a party, and honestly, she was like, she felt outcast. She hated it. And then Blitzo went, and then they were like, let's just go home. And of course, he was like, hey, sweet cheeks, you wanna stay a little longer? This one wolf who was just a jock, but I know had good intentions.
No, it's the fact that Luna wants to get with Vortex because I guess she got the hots from him.
Yeah.
And like, so she kind of puts up with the whole party and whatnot. And so Luna gets more comfortable, which is obviously sweet.
Yeah. And of course Luna just wants to get with Vertex despite everything, right? Well, yes and no. it's more or less she wants to get with Vertex romantically, and more or less she just wants a fucking friend that sees her for who she is and not in terms of her past cringy mistakes that she did in high school, like those stupid girl fucking dog bitches.
Yeah.
And it's like, with this, it makes more sense as to why she's such a dickhead to everyone around her, because of past stuff where it's like, oh, look at it, it's that girl who did that embarrassing thing. Didn't you vomit in high school, you fucking loser? And then, of course, Beelzebub is like, leave her alone. It's just supposed to be a chill vibe. If you don't want to chill, get out. And they're like, arr, arr, as they run. And it's just like, with this episode, I actually liked Luna a lot more because of it. And I was actually more of an understanding towards her.
Well, that, and like, obviously, like, they're trying to flesh out everyone in their own way. Some people can have more in-depth. Some people can be less in-depth. It just happens.
I do find it weird how Moxie is the most... I feel like we get the most in-depth with Moxie, even though he's technically not even... He's one of the 3 main characters, but it's undebatable. Blitz is the main character.
Yeah.
And even then, I still don't know shitting fuck about him. Well, I mean, I know a lot about him, but I don't know, like, why he is the way he is. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but it's like, it...
We get an idea.
Anyways...
A taste before we actually get the actual, like, deep parts of it.
I just feel like it doesn't... That's one thing I don't like about the show is Blitz, because with Moxie, sure he remains a mystery, but he's still a likable character with his little sassy impness. With Blitz, I don't really like him that much. I mean, I like him a lot more now rewatching it since we get context from later episodes of what happened. But I really don't think it's worth it to have like a twist. Oh, look at this person. He was a dickhead, but he's actually kind of tight. It's like, no, I don't think that shows should do that normally, you know?
Well, yeah, but obviously, like, they're trying to do their best, especially for a show, and I'm pretty sure not much of them have done a lot of show writing.
Plus, I really think, honestly, even though I'm very critical towards it, I think that's kind of a good thing in the show's favor, that I'm criticizing it as if it was an actual big budget show.
Well, the fact that we talked about this like multiple times. No, it's just you criticize it because you care.
Yeah, it's because I really like it, and it's not like other stuff that I don't like, where I'm like, okay, it's just a greedy company trying to do something. Like Disney's Wish, I've fucking more than forgotten about.
Nah, it's the fact that you can tell from even like the worst episode, there's passion behind it.
Like, I'm trying to be that boost, like, you can do it, kid. Like, don't give up on yourself. You're right there. Like, I'm not trying to do it to be like, it sucks. It's awful bad show. I'm just doing it because, like, I want to see this show succeed. And it is, thankfully. And it deserved it. And it's like, really, I kind of see myself as the father in Jumanji. You know how he's kind of a bit of a dickhead to the kids? He's not doing it because he hates them. He's doing it because he loves them and he wants them to succeed. Great movie, by the way, Jumanji. The first one, not the one with fucking Dwayne Johnson. Jack Black.
He also fired a black dude for shoes.
Who did?
The dad.
Well, no, that's the dad of Robin Williams, not Robin Williams himself.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the dad of Robin Williams in Jumanji, he fired a black dude because
gamer, you're fired
because some shoes.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, like that's kind of that's how I feel about the show overall. Anyway, so Beelzebub and Blitzo. Blitzo beats Beelzebub in a drinking competition, which is impressive, because, Beelzebub is Kesh... No, that's... that's in bad taste, I'm sorry, that was...
But no, it's the fact that, after the thing, Blitz kind of goes into the deep end, like, keeps drinking and doing all the dumb shit.
Yeah.
And, like, Beelzebub, like, explained it to Luna, it's like, hey, he's kind of hitting it hard. And that's where we got the takeover. Yeah. That's where we get the tidbit, like, there's something bothering him, obviously. And Beelzebub kind of gets the feeling of it, so...
And of course, Luna, for the first time, actually gets real defensive of her dad. Because, in the other stuff, he's like, oh yeah, that loser, yeah. He'll be fine. He always gets over it. And it actually concludes episode 3 a lot better. And again, I feel like I would have liked episode 3 a lot more.
Well, it's the fact that obviously like Luna's kind of like, I don't care, fuck you.
Honestly, it kind of one issue I have with the show, and quick warning, it might not be picking up. Go ahead, talk, say something.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's picking you up kinda, but it's a bit quieter.
Well, as soon as I'm finished, I gotta be.
Yeah.
I'll restate my statement.
Alright. I feel like one issue I have with the show is that they take a bunch of important plot points and just don't do them in any order. Like, it's like, okay, we need to hit these plot points. What order do we need to do them? We'll get to them when we get to them, really.
It's the fact that, like I said beforehand, it's like they were trying to hit so many plot points at such a kind of a fast pace that it's not linear. Yeah. So they were trying to go, let's show off this, let's show off this, let's show off this in the first season.
Like,
right?
the issue is they concluded episode 3 and episode 8. You know what I mean? Anyways, we'll explain more when he gets back. Yeah, like I'm critical towards Helluva Boss a lot because the only reason I'm less critical to Hazbin Hotel is because I feel like I have a lot less problems with it, and it's already got greenlit for a second season. It's already doing really well, and the few issues I have with it, I know more than not will be fixed within the next season. Because since Amazon's taking more control, they'll be able to make the episodes longer as needed. But, anyways, welcome back.
I fucking hate it.
So, let me guess, you woke up in a fucking steamy mood, yeah?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you wake up in a steamy mood?
Because Hazbin Hotel is a fucking shithole.
No, it's... You know, you can't talk about Hazbin Hotel, we're talking about Helluva Boss, come on.
Helluva Boss is a shithole.
I fucking hate it!
Full of fucking dickheads.
Fuck, I like that one meme where it's like, when people die and we go to hell and it's not at all, like, it doesn't have a bunch of slutty demons. Hell is a fucking shithole, yeah? It's full of dickheads and I fucking hate it! It's full of dickheads, I fucking hate it! Anyways, episode 8 is like, Luna gets defensive.
Well, it's the fact that Luna is the type of character where she doesn't care, but obviously she cares.
Yeah. She tries to act tough, even though she is really the most vulnerable character. And I think that's better displayed here. Because, you know, she could never accept really losing an argument with anyone. But then when Beelzebub and, which by the way, I'm really just happy that Viv got Kesha for the part. Because even though it caused a lot of controversy, the fact she got pretty much one of her childhood heroes to actually be on the show is a massive W, no matter who you are.
It's the fact that Luna stands offish.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, deep down she cares. And, hell, like, there's times where Blitz is talking about Luna and she's just not paying attention. She's constantly on her phone. But when he talks about her, she, you know, obviously I forget what episode it is. But she looks up and smiles.
Kung Fu, hang on, that was really sweet. I'm sorry, I just saw something on Twitter that fucking killed my mood. Kung Fu Panda 4 director addresses lack of Furious 5 in the film. We wanted to put so much into this film, but we couldn't make a 4-hour-long Oppenheimer Kung Fu Panda.
Oppenheimer? Or is it
It's Oppenheimer. I called it Oppenheimer because it had just one P for a second, but then it fixed itself. Guess he had the edit button. I was like, that kind of killed my mood. I'm like, fucking really?
Well, guess we're ending the video. All right, fuck you. Hope you like.
We can't make it 4 hours long. Sorry.
Hope you like and subscribe. End of the episode. Thank you very much. Hazbin Hotel.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
If I had to rate Hazbin Hotel,
It's a good
6 out of 10. It's straight dog shit. Do not watch it.
Here's my
Hell of
review.
a Boss, 9.5 out of 10. Straight dog shit. I hate it.
That's okay. You know, I'm gonna give Hazbin Hotel is a show that was made with genuine passion, so I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 million. It's fucking dog shit.
Fucking hello, I'm nostalgic.
No, he gets his own episode because my god, I hate. No, it's not Hello, I'm the Nostalgic. Hello, I'm the Nostalgic Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to.
But no, it's the fact that Luna, yeah, like I said, Luna cares, and it's very sweet. But she stands offish because she has her own problems and whatnot.
You're gonna throw up? No.
No.
Plus, Blitzo was I actually started to like Blitzo because of this episode.
Yes, because after the party, takes him home, and Blitz is kind of like talking to himself, but he's like regretting.
They actually had a conversation, like, it was basic small banter, but it was literally like daughter and father.
No.
It was like an actual conversation between daughter and father. So Luna actually saw him as a father for once, and it was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then he flew up.
Oh, I guess I had to throw up.
God. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of people say that it was not worth the wait, and I'm over here thinking, you need to not think of it. You gotta pretend like it came out months after the episode 7.
No, I guess that's the main reason why the episode kind of. I'm not saying it did poorly, but it's the fact that everyone kind of hyped it up like, oh, it's gonna be amazing, and then when it came out, it kind of not lived up to the expectation.
Plus, it kind of came out a few weeks before the worst episode of season 2.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that when we get to that. So, before we get to season 2, season 1, thoughts?
Season 1, like I said, although for them trying to hit too many plot points, overall, it's a good season for starting off.
Yeah. It's a tight starting point, but it definitely does have its problems.
Like, obviously, it needs to build off the starting points, but it kind of went too far on the plot points.
Yeah.
But above all, like, overall, it's a good watch.
Yeah. Plus, it's definitely it's free on YouTube, so it's definitely easier to recommend than Hazbin Hotel. I personally prefer.
If you have Amazon, it's not that hard to watch, but
I feel like Hazbin Hotel was a bit better, mainly because I feel like with the Helluva Boss, I feel like it could have used more people to. It needs a whole story map laid out, because that's kind of what issue I feel like we didn't have.
No, that's what I've been trying to say. Like, it has a bunch of plot points, but it needs to kind of stick to one script and kind of work towards other plot points.
It really does feel like, and I mean this with no offense, I love Vivian. I feel like what she does is she just writes a first draft, and she's the only person that looks over and goes, yeah, that's good, and then they just go on with it. And I'm not saying Viv is a bad writer, but even the best writers need someone else to look over their work and be like, it's good, but this should be done differently.
Even though, like, sometimes, like, AAA movies or games do the same thing, but they release shit.
Yeah, that's a different story. It's like, okay, we like what you did. We're gonna take it all back and do it ourselves.
No, I'm just saying more like, some movies out there, they have like a whole team of writers, and then they miss a plot point, or they kind of write a movie, but it doesn't make any sense.
I don't think the more writers, the better. I feel like at most, anything should have, like, just 2 or 3 writers and have other people approve the writing without outright rewriting the whole thing.
No, it's not even that. It's more like, me personally, it's the fact that if you're gonna write a movie and there's gonna be plot points, obviously, it has to make sense. You can't just write a story and then get to a point and then people are gonna be like, wait, what? Like, how is this happening? Why is this happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it has a missing part where obviously you could easily explain it or show it, and then it would make more sense.
Yeah. And I just feel like there's some things in Helluva Boss that really needed more build-up and a better payoff. like
I literally just shrugged. You couldn't see it, but I just...
No, I did. I just tried to ignore it because I hurt my feelings.
Good.
Fucking clock blocker.
Clogger.
Clocker. Anyways, but like let's see. I feel like episode 1, it had a good start and its conclusion was meh, but it's the first episode, so I can't get too upset. Episode 2 had a great start, great conclusion, great episode in general. Episode 3, great start, great middle point, didn't conclude very well, god damn it. Episode 4, Episode 5, the Harvest Moon Festival, great, okay, decent start, great middle, great end.
Overall, that is a good episode.
Yeah.
Like, it is a good episode.
Episode 6 is a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah.
It's not mine. I don't think it's a bad episode or even the worst one, but it's really just... It's two characters hallucinating and talking to each other in quotation marks through hallucinations.
Well, yeah, but it's also like the fact that we're kind of getting more deeper into the lore, and we're just getting more into in depth. Which then, like, for what's it called? The best way I can describe Helluva Boss, if someone has asked me like describe it, it's kind of like The Office, but more hijinks and involves with hell and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a good show, obviously. Like, we're talking about it.
Definitely.
But it's just the fact that for the first season, I can understand where this is coming at. Because majority of the time, it's like, we're just doing hijinks and kind of getting little tidbits of character depth and whatnot.
And again, we don't mean any disrespect to anyone who worked on the show.
No. I'm saying, like, for instance, the best example, the Harvest Moon Festival and the Cherubs episode. It's more hijinks and we kind of get more in depth.
Yeah.
But with the Cherubs episode, but for the Harvest Moon Festival, it's more towards, yeah, we're doing hijinks, but we're kind of diving more into lore. And like the hallucination episode too, with the Men in Black.
I think the reason people like that episode was because we finally got development on Blitz's character.
Yeah.
Because, like, let's see, in the first episode, I mean, kind of, it was mainly more Moxie being like, you people were really nice. It was mainly a hijinks episode, but it served its purpose in the first episode.
Yeah, literally, like, it's nice to have hijinks, and obviously it's gonna have it regardless. But no, it's like, the reason why people like it so much is it's just we're getting more in depth and more answers.
And second episode, it was a great episode for Stolas and Octavia. Blitz, though, was literally just kind of there being a comedic asshole. And episode 3, great episode for Verosica, not so much for Blitz. Episode 4, episode 5,
Morty.
Episode 6, I like, but I don't love as much as other people do.
Yeah.
I love episode 7 and episodes 7 and 8, though. Those are really good ones.
Yeah, and especially for a good, like, kind of ending for the first season, I feel like both episodes do it rather well.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have done much better if it came out ahead of time, episode 8.
Yeah.
If they didn't run into that issue. Besides that, overall, like, it's a good start. Because obviously, like, the first season, you're kind of spitballing, kind of.
Yeah.
But towards the end of the season, they're kind of getting more like, hey, we need to get into one storyline.
And episode 2, not episode 2. So, that's season 1. Definitely go check it out if you haven't already. It is free on YouTube. And, season 2.
You know what else is free? This YouTube channel. Watch our videos.
You want to support Vivian Madrano? Watch our podcast.
Watch our videos, damn it.
If you want Vivian to get money, watch our videos.
We'll promise we'll send her money.
Okay, now we're just like, give us your money and we'll give it to Vivian. We also need your credit card information.
With the funny numbers on the back.
You almost said the gamer word.
No, I was trying to say digits, but my mouth was like, oh, I'm going to say it.
Holy shit. Anyways, oh yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. The comedy is the definition of 50-50. In my opinion, it's as funny as Saints Row 3. It's really funny sometimes, and sometimes it's really, that fucking sucked. Let's go lick some ass. It's kick some ass, Blitz. Mine was better. Like, that joke I still think is kinda cringe.
You know which joke I actually did enjoy?
Huh?
It was the fight between the Men in Black, where Blitz literally pulls out a fucking bazooka and it says "my dick" on it.
Yeah,
that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah,
which was
it's
funny.
vulgar, but it's funny vulgar.
Well, that and the fact that like with at the very start of the season, you can tell like obviously there's passion with the animation.
Yeah.
But as time progresses, like you can tell like they're trying to push the envelope on it. My best example is when Stryker spins his pistol.
Oh yeah, that was a good scene.
I remember they were like trying to sell as much merch as they can so they can animate that, and it shows.
Yeah.
And especially like the scene where they were fighting the Men in Black agents.
Yeah.
It's a really good scene.
One thing I will say, while I don't like the humor, I didn't necessarily dislike any of it. At best, it gave me a good giggle. At worst, it was just harmless, dumb fun.
Yeah.
So, season 2. This starts with the fucking heavy hitter. It starts with Stolas' childhood.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I think is... A lot of people don't like this episode because it's really sad. But I'm not gonna lie. BoJack Horseman's one of my favorite shows.
Oh, yeah.
I love the sad shit. If it could be funny and sad, great. But if it could just be sad, then that's fine. But seeing Stolas' backstory is like, ouch. Plus, he got married... He had to marry that stupid bitch Stella. He didn't even get a choice. Because of his father, voiced by Jafar.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Stolas' dad and Blitzo's dad are voiced by the same dude who plays Jafar in Aladdin.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, like they're doing more one storyline so they can kind of deep dive, because obviously like this second season, it has a little side story with Fizzarolli and Blitz, but we're diving more into Blitz and like his relationships.
Which is good, because we need that more than anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, so we meet Stolas as a kid, very sweet young kid. At one point, Stolas' dad takes him to the carnival, and that's when...
Stop that bitch crying. It's not working. Okay, let's go to the carnival.
And then that's where Stolas meets Blitz for the very first time. It's very sweet. It's very cute.
Some fucking stupid asshole on Discord I really hate just said boomers are not satisfied and sent me an image to go with it. I gotta check this real quick. Hang on. Please don't. Okay. What do you want? Okay. What do you want from me, okay? Yes, people they're dicks. People at the grocery store are dicks because they're dicks. Anyways. So yeah, good episode for Stolas' backstory. Plus this song, Owl in a Cage, fucking hits in terms of it hurts.
Plus, I like the fact that they meet for the first time and they get to hang out.
Yeah.
As kids. And what's it called? This is where Stolas falls in love with Blitz, like for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they meet again when they're adults, because Blitz needs to start his business and he needs to take a book. Meets Stolas, and Stolas is like, I knew you would come. Come.
Yeah. And
yeah.
Although I do like that episode, there is one line I don't like. It's Stella being like, I like tormenting you. And I'm over here like, I mean, yeah, she's a terrible person, but it's not like... I kind of feel like it should be a bit more developed instead of her just being like, I like tormenting you because you're a prick.
No, she's just evil, you know? She's just a bitch.
She is a better reason to be evil just because,
Well, sometimes a bitch is a bitch. You can't really change that.
I guess, but...
Right? Bitch!
Ay.
But no, I get what you mean. I do.
So, let's see. I just feel like she could use, just a little something. Have a superiority complex with her brother. Like, I know that Stolas, cheated on her with an imp, but the thing is, she was fucking horrible to him before that even happened.
Yeah.
Like, I think there needs to be a scene where she's like, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. And then once she finds out about that, she's like, you're fucking what?
No, it's because, like, obviously Stolas was not happy. And when he finally meets Blitz again, he's like, he remembers how much he fell in love with him.
Yeah.
So he just thinks, like, hey, like, yeah, I want love.
Like, Stolas, he's good. I like his character. It's, Stella, whose character has potential but really needs to be developed more. Anyways, good episode. Stella leaves. She doesn't get the kids. She's like, I'll have you taken care of soon enough.
No, I just like the fact that, you know how, like, in the first episode we get the tidbit where he's like, I fucked a dude?
Yeah.
And he's like, sorry, I fucked your husband. But we also see it for the first time with that episode.
Yeah.
And the fact that we see Stella was like, what the fuck, Stolas? And he was like, that is a fucking divorce. And he's all happy. And it's very sweet.
Yeah. Of course, this does lead me to a question of when the whole sleeping with an imp thing, like in episode 2, did that happen the day after? Ah, fuck it, I really don't care too much. Anyway, so that was...
When can we see the sloppy sex that they have, Vizian? Matrano?
No.
I want to see it.
No, we don't. We really don't. Anyways, it's a good episode. Episode 2, it's alright. More of a filler episode, but nothing too bad.
I forget what the episode was about.
Basically, Stella wants to go see the stars, and the dad's like, sorry, your mom's being a B-I-T-C-H.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a good episode, but I kind of feel like it sort of just ignores what happened. Like, I could have sworn that Blitz and Stolas weren't on a good foot. And,
They kind of, like, they're kind of rocky at this moment, but it's more like, hey, this is my daughter, like, we need to put aside it for right now.
Plus, they're still flirting and whatnot, and I'm over here like, didn't he just fucking say he doesn't value you at all?
No, I don't think so.
No, like, it's episode 7, season 1.
I don't remember, but...
Anyways, it's fine. I don't feel like...
I do like the bit where they go to LA, and they're like, it looks like hell, it's just... It has humans instead of demons.
Yeah, that was a pretty good bit. And,
Also, this episode, we get kind of more dive into Luna's backstory. Which, you know, which is very sweet. Because you know how, like, Octavia was, like, trying to see the stars?
Yeah.
And she got all upset because Stolas was kind of, like, being distracted and whatnot.
Yeah.
So she's like, I hate my dad and all that. But, like, Luna and Octavia has a heart-on-heart.
Which is honestly one of the best scenes in the entire show.
And it shows that, like, Luna does love Blitz. And, like, yeah, like, they're messy at times and whatnot, but, you know, they care. Which is very sweet between the two.
I just feel like the episode base doesn't make sense. I feel like there needed to be a scene where Stolas got all fucking mad at Blitz. And I know there was, but it really wasn't like... It was more like he was panicked about his daughter instead of wanting to be like, Blitz, you motherfucker.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Overall, a good episode. I like it.
Yeah. And episode 3, I liked, even though there were too many dicks in it. Like, I get the joke, but fucking stop it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And we see Moxie's abusive father.
Which is actually just a mob boss, which is just funny.
Yeah, the fucking foreshadowing to this moment was on the wall.
The wall.
We don't need no education. But Yeah, and this also would meet Chaz.
Yeah, fucking Chaz.
He's bad at sex. He's a loser. I kind of like him.
But he has that big dick.
Mm-hmm. Let me think.
I just like the fact that Millie and Moxie have done it with him. And they're like, oh yeah, no, he's awful.
Yeah, he's bad at sex. He's bad at everything. And sex. And, okay. Let's see. So yeah, that happened.
Also, Moxie's dad tries to marry him off.
Yeah.
Just for money.
Yeah. And then, of course, they made a powerful enemy with Moxie's dad, and I'm like, oh, no.
Well, then again, like, you can understand where they're coming at, because Moxie's dad is a mob boss, and...
Moxie's dad definitely makes sense. More sense than, whatever. So let's see, that happens.
Yeah, gay.
Yeah, gay. He kills Chaz by the end, and he throws a dart at Moxie's head, and I'm like, Moxie's head in the painting. I'm like, oh no.
Moxie's finna get pegged.
Right. Episode 4, I was excited for because it's a Striker episode. We see Blitz has to take Luna to get her fucking booty hole shot.
Because she has rabies.
Yeah, rabies in her booty hole. And of course Stolas is in danger, but Blitzo doesn't want to help. To be fair, it actually makes sense because this time it's literally like, I have to help my daughter so she doesn't die of a rain disease.
So, Blitz sends Moxie and Millie to go save Stolas.
And then Stryker torments him, and this is where Stryker becomes a character I like a lot less because it's like, oh look, he has a giant statue of a giant dick. That's fucking funny. So you're a fucking genius. Good one.
Yeah.
Just feel like it kind of plays it. Like, I don't mind the giant statue thing, but like, really on the fucking nose, you know? Like, really spelling it out. Hey, did you know that this guy thinks highly of himself?
Yeah.
Because he does.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe, but since you didn't believe us the first time, he has a giant statue with a giant dick.
He definitely straddles that thing.
Yeah. Anyways, it happens. He torments Stolas, and Stolas is like, don't you dare say my daughter's name. And he's like, oh, did I hit a nerve? And then Moxie and Millie show up from a gas station after fighting a bunch of little Mexican demons. Oh right, Mexican demons sing a song about Stryker. And look, here comes Stryker! So yeah, decent episode. It just kind of happens.
Also, what's it called? Stolas gets, like, hospitalized.
Yeah, Stolas gets really hurt. And, like, Blitzo's like, he can get hurt. We'll be like, okay, that's good. I like that.
Honestly, like, for how kind of the episode is, that tidbit at the end, it thickens the plot.
Yeah. The next episode introduces one of my favorite What the fuck? What the hell? It's still recording, it's still working, what the fuck? The power washer, what the hell?
No, it's just, I guess the PS5 just literally shat itself. I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know why it did that, but you know.
Life happens. Episode 5 introduces one of my favorite characters, Barbie Wire, because she has a lot of trauma thanks to her brother and the loss of her mother and all that fun jazz. And despite her being one of my favorite characters, it's my least favorite episode. I hate unhappy campers so much.
Explain.
Okay. So basically, the episode premise is very simple. Blitz is on the phone with some... Fuck. With some dude.
Do not report.
And, he's like, yeah, go do the job for me, Moxie. You're in charge. Fucking deal with it. And this kid who was drowned in the well, and Moxie's like, I'm in charge. And Millie's like, you are? Oh, I mean, you are.
My USB cable for my storage has not been fucked with. I don't know why it just shat itself, but you know, that's a thing.
We ball.
Power washing.
Yeah, so it just happens. Of course, Moxie dresses as a girl and Millie dresses like a guy. It's fine. It's whatever. I get the slapstick that's gonna ensue.
I swear to God, if we lost progress on this fucking okay.
Good.
I was gonna be mad.
I would be too. So that happens, and it's like, okay, so they're both cross-dressing doing this thing. And Blitz is trying to find his sister. That stuff I don't mind, but the unhappy camper stuff fucking sucks. Everyone's a dick to Moxie. Why? Because they feel like it. And Millie gets all the attention. And of course, this episode paints it as if, like, Moxie's getting the shipping out of him. He's not enjoying it at all, and Millie's having the time of her life. And of course, it tries to make it like Moxie's the bad person here, because he wants to finish the mission and get it over with, just being treated like shit.
No, it's because Blitz told Moxie, hey, you're going to do this, do it your way, right?
Yep.
You're going to do this mission, I got to do stuff. Because this episode, like, I guess they're trying to figure out what's going on with the campers or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they kind of figure it out that Blitz's sister,
Barbie Wire, yeah.
she was kind of behind it, so Blitz kind of joined in and was like, hey, I need to get in touch with my sister.
I think the issue was that they were both very wrong in their way of thinking, like Millie and Moxie. But of course, the only person who got reprimanded was Moxie. And it's like, what the fuck? No, they're both being dickheads about it. Moxie was so up his own bum about doing the job his way, but he just didn't want to get it solved, and he got jealous of Millie. And Millie was being so up her own bum that she wasn't even focusing on doing the job.
Well, that and the fact that in the episode, like Lily, when they first started, Moxie was trying to play it by like a detective and trying to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of figured it out like as soon as they get there. And Millie was like, okay, I'm just gonna let him do his thing and kind of play along. And Millie kind of got used to the attention from all the campers kind of praising her and all that because, you know, she's fucking awesome.
You know.
And then Moxie was trying his best to kind of like play the role and be all this, and it just didn't work. So Moxie kind of got quote unquote butthurt.
Yeah. I don't know, like Millie did, because Millie wouldn't listen to Moxie's side of a story.
Also, yeah, Moxie gets pegged.
I really don't care. And then at the end, and then after Barbie Wire, after fucking Barbie Wire kills the camp counselor who killed the kids. No, she doesn't. Millie does, and Millie's like, "You did it, Mox," and Mox is like, "No, you did it." And then they start making out, and what's obviously supposed to be funny, but it's just fucking uncomfortable.
No, I just like the fact that they're kind of playing it as like they're siblings.
Yeah.
And they started making out because, you know, obviously they love each other. But people didn't see it as that. Like, they were just siblings just starting going at it.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny.
It's like, I get the intention, but it was just a little, I don't know, I just don't think it was that well executed. I think it was just fucking shock humor.
But no, we also get the tidbit where Blitz was kind of asking Stolas to get a crystal, so he doesn't need to use the grimoire.
Yeah.
Which,
well, it wasn't really Blitz asking Stolas. It was Stolas trying to do it for Blitz.
Yeah. Which, it's nice we're kind of going this route because I can understand that Stolas wants to understand if Blitz is kind of using them as a transactional thing and like making, like, I guess, having sex with them just to use it. So yeah. Stolas, in his mind, he's trying to, okay, if he truly does love me, he doesn't need the book, and he'll still, you know, love me. Yeah. Which is a really good test of if Blitz actually does love Stolas.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Which we're kind of leading into that, especially for the second season, which I'm excited to see what happens. I really hope they just work it out.
And I'm happy to say that even though I hate unhappy campers, the next episode is a fucking banger. It's episode 6, but I forgot what the name of it was. Basically, it's an episode of Fizzaroli and Blitz. They get captured by fucking Stryker.
Moxie is dead.
And Moxie's dad.
Because this episode, like, Fizzaroli was like asked to do an interview or something like that. So he was like, "Oh, I don't need a ride. I can go there."
And Asmodeus is like, "Don't make too much attention." He's like, "Don't worry, I would never." And he was wearing the most gay clothes.
And it had like a bunch of fly chihuahuas.
Yeah.
And obviously, Fizzaroli being famous, Moxie's dad was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna steal him and send him a bunch of demands."
Except no, that wasn't what happened. He ran into Blitzo because, of course, wrong time, wrong place shenanigans. And then Stryker was talking to Crimson in hopes of getting a job, and Stryker was like, "Oh, hang on." Then he captured both the fuckers.
You're hired.
And then we had some good character development between the two as they were just talking it out in a jail cell. And it was like, "Oh, that's why I hate you. Because your boyfriend was talking this about you." And it's like, "Well, my boyfriend said this about you." And they're like, oh no.
No, it's because beforehand, before all of this, Blitz and Fizzaroli knew each other. And like something happened between them two that Fizz kind of resents him.
It's something that's finally explained, by the way.
Yeah.
It's, Blitzo fucked up Fizz, basically. He accidentally lit a fire in the circus, which blew up and fucking basically removed all of Fizz's arms and just left him there.
Well, limbs, and kind of fucked up his horns.
All of his limbs and his horns, yeah. And he just ran for his life. He ran like hell.
Well, that and Fitz and Fizzaroli and kind of Blitz kind of like were a thing.
Yeah. They were basically, well, I wouldn't say brothers. They're more like fuck buddies, you know?
Yeah, they had a fling, kind of with that.
Yeah. But then it all had to come to an end.
It was the bite of 87.
Was not the bite of 87. Let's see. So that happens. They talk, and of course they try to escape. And they realize the only way they can escape is if they work together.
Which we do get one of the greatest songs out there and references.
Look at this.
Especially when Fizzaroli kind of did the Squidward dance.
Yeah.
I fucking love that part.
That was a good one. And yeah, it was just an all-around good episode. And of course, afterwards, he was like, "Your stupid friend wanted that stupid Asmodeus crystal." And he was like, "I think he can have it." He's like, "Oh, okay." And it was just a really good ending, a good conclusion to them.
I also like the fact that during the episode, like, obviously, Moxie's dad sent, like, a bunch of paperwork as demands to Asmodeus, and Asmodeus is all pissed off.
Yeah.
And
just fucking trying to give it to him. He's like, no, idiot.
Stolas was being so adorable. He's like, "Oh, I love reading."
Yeah.
And at one point, Stolas falls asleep, which is just funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, above all, like, it's a good episode.
Yeah. And, the next episode was also a really good one, too, because it was a deeper dive into Fizz and how, he basically has Mammon to thank for all of his greater stuff.
Yeah.
And, well, Mammon he's a dick, played by Zach Hadel. Holy shit, I didn't see that one coming. Zach Hadel. You know who Zach Hadel is? I gave you a hint. His first name is Zach and his last name's Hadel.
I wouldn't know that. I could never guess that.
I'm not gonna lie, women just aren't that funny. And it was great performance, great character. He's an asshole, but he's a good asshole.
But he's also greed.
Yeah. Greed. And yeah, he's fine. And then the episode is basically that, and it's these stupid bitches that I'm supposed to be like Oh wow, they're so cool. They're not cool. They're bitches. I'm a clown, bitch. You're barely a clown. You're just a bitch.
No, it's because Man wants to have talent, and so he's like, okay, guys, competition. Fizzaroli, obviously, is the working cow, or the cash cow of the company and all that. So we just gotta see who wins.
Yeah.
And Fizzaroli sees a kid that's deaf and like speaks with sign language, which is very sweet.
Yeah, that was very sweet.
With that, like, Fizzaroli kind of had enough with Mammon, so he's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, that was the last song. Fuck you.
And then we get the whole tidbit where Asmodeus kind of protects Fizzaroli, and Mammon's like, "You sure you want to do that in front of everyone?" And Asmodeus is like, "Yeah, I fucking love him, dude."
It was a good scene.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a very good episode, just focusing on one character.
yeah. Needed more ponies.
Needed more Mammon.
God.
Also, I like the fact that in the side plot, there's this dude, like, infatuated with Fizzaroli, kind of like a secret stalker.
Yeah. My Fizzarollysucks.com net/fizzies.
And, you know, like, Blitz kind of kills him.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I didn't like him in the episode, but I'm happy he died, so I couldn't be too upset.
Yeah.
Anytime a character I don't like gets fucking shot in the head isn't okay by me.
You're just like, yeah! You know?
Yeah. And it ends on a good note, and, let's see, we also had a song from Stolas that came out, and it was nice.
Very emotional.
Yeah. The issue is we kind of can't exactly say too much more because, well, we're still waiting for the next episode.
Song, sing, song.
Yeah, you like songs? I hope you do. I'm not a huge fan of the songs in the show, but I'm not going to say they're bad. They're just kind of, they're kind of,
Overall, good show.
Yeah.
Watch it. Don't watch it. Don't care. Didn't ask. But yeah, like, it's a good show. I can't wait for more.
Yeah.
Fortnite. You talk about Fortnite.
I guess. I mean, this episode's like kind of long enough as is. Plus, I'm getting it's 2 hours and 17 minutes. Plus, I still need to eat lunch.
Yeah, we'll finish this later because we already did a good amount. All right, fuck you. Love you. Goodbye.
Awful at conclusions.
This is the end of the episode. Hope you enjoy. Very long watch. Sorry, not sorry. If you watched it all to this point, love you. Kisses.
Did you enjoy this episode? That's a trick question. I don't care.
Write down in the comments down below.
And I promise not to read them. Good night.